play. So as soon as Carl Cheppers chops his hand and gives the wine signal, the clock's going to start. And that's what he's telling Breeze right now. You need to be aware that when I blow the whistle, the clock is going to start.
And again, they could use their timeout and avoid the 10-second runoff.
But I like that they kept the timeout. It just keeps a lot more an option for them.
And this play's not there for Kamara. Now 7 seconds remain.
You do have Drew Brees, and I understand it. If you use the timeout, you got to be real. You got to really trust your quarterback. Who knows, spring one, but they keep the timeout, which gave them some more options within the play call. As it turns out, they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something to debate. Meanwhile, it'll be a 49-yard try here, and Mike Zimmer is going to use a timeout. That kick does not count. You can read the lips. Zimmer saying, I called it 20 seconds ago, and they're letting him kick it anyway. And Lutz wants that ball back that he just put through the uprights. It didn't count. I don't know. I guess you and I just disagree. I would have avoided the 10-second runoff. Believe that they could get more yardage, go to the sideline even without the timeout. They're going to end the game, it looks like, with a timeout in their pocket. Here's a 49-yard try, and this one is good. And a tie ball game with 2 seconds left. That was like a line drive off the foot of Will Lutz from 49 to tie the ball game.
Yes, it was. Pure clutch after the miss earlier and being able to bang this one through the pipes.
Made it by plenty. Zimmer's going to his nails. And this game looks like it's going to overtime.
It's like the NFC Championship game, Joe, 10 years ago that went into overtime with Brett Favre, quarterback in the Vikings.
And ironically, as you say, it's that same matchup, and that forced a rule change because it was the Saints who got the ball, ended up getting the game-winning field goal by Garrett Hartley to win it in overtime. The Vikings never touched it. And now, unless there's a touchdown scored right out of the gate, both teams get a chance to possess the ball. What a game. And that'll do it for regulation, I believe, unless they're going to say 1 second should be on the clock.
Please put 1 second on the game clock. 1 second, please.
Okay, so we'll get one snap. And then overtime in New Orleans. We were here for that game. It was just about as fun an NFC Championship game, Troy, as you and I have ever covered. And it was Brett Favre as a Minnesota Viking. It was Drew Brees, Sean Payton. And that was like a heavyweight fight with those two teams and those two quarterbacks just trading blows. And man, they knocked Brett Favre all over this turf.
Well, looks like now they're gonna take a knee. I was wondering if they might try to take a shot on a Hail Mary. Maybe they could draw a flag, get a pass interference review. They're going to settle for a tie ball game here in regulation and take it into overtime.
So to overtime we go, and this is one of the big reasons why a guy like Mike Pereira is here to go through these rules.
Well, Joe, the rules are basically the same in the fact that both teams get a possession unless, of course, the first team scores a touchdown or there is a play that results in a safety. The difference is there is no time limit. So we're going to play another game, essentially start a new quarter which means that each team gets 3 timeouts. And the difference, of course, in replay is that all replay is in charge of the replay official upstairs. There is no challenge. So we just basically play till we get a winner.
We're about to begin an overtime period that will continue until a winner has been determined. Fourth quarter timing rules are in effect. Each team gets 3 timeouts. The replay challenge will be initiated in the replay booth. It is sudden death unless the first possession ends in a field goal, at which time the opponent will have an opportunity to possess. Minnesota gets to call the toss. This is heads. This is tails. He's called heads. It is heads. They would like to take the ball first, and they're kicking this direction. Good luck.
So there you go. Kirk Cousins looking for his first career playoff win. Drew Brees trying to move on for a date at Lambeau Field. Overtime coming up from New Orleans after this. Going back to last season, 4 of the last 6 postseason games have gone to overtime, including the NFC Championship game here just over a year ago with the Saints and the Rams. Vikings will start the overtime with the football. At the 25. And now all that pressure that number 8.
Well, it is, but I think if during the week or coming into this game, if you had said that, hey, this game's going to be taken into overtime and you're going to get the opening, they wouldn't accept that. And here we are. And we'll see whether or not they're able to get Dalvin Cook going a little bit more than what they were able to there in that second half. Saints tighten some things down and have been a much better group defensively.
Here's Cook. And this is the first time there have been 2 wild card round overtime games. Houston beat Buffalo last night in overtime. 2nd and 7. Cousins, Cook, a spinning catch short of a first down. Knocked out by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, Kirk Cousins, they cover up Diggs pretty well. And then he immediately just gets the ball out of his hands. Thielen, on the other hand, he's right in the middle there. And there wasn't very many people even close to him. I think he was left kind of wondering. I think Cousins was looking at that just saying, hey, get the ball out. Don't take a sack. Get something positive out of this. Make it a 3rd and short.
Pass is caught for the first down. That's Diggs. And the ball up to the 44. A gain of 10 on 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1. You'd think they'd turn around and hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook in this situation. But Diggs is able to win inside, and Cousins delivers a perfect throw.
Play action. And this one might have been touched by Hendrickson. Pass incomplete on a screen for Cook. Either way, nothing was there for the Vikings. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it wasn't touched, it's a good thing. Or if it was, it's a good thing it was, because it was not going anywhere. In fact, they were probably going to lose some yardage.
A blitz off the edge, handoff to Cook. First down. Janoris Jenkins was coming on a blitz, and Dalvin Cook takes it to the 45 of the Saints for 11 yards.
They're running away from the blitz, and inside the defensive tackle, he collapses down inside, and with Cam Jordan boxed in, it creates a heck of a lane then. That's the best run he's had since the first half.
Cook up to 96 yards. and the ball game on the ground. Play action. Cousins. Thielen. He's got it! Inside the 5. The ball sitting at the 2. 43 yards from Kirk Cousins to Adam Thielen, and they're 2 yards away from a win.
Adam Thielen against Patrick Robinson, and Kirk Cousins, he sees it immediately. He's got the one-on-one look. This is the best throw of his career right here with what's on the line. And for him to be able to drop that right out of the sky, Thielen gets a couple steps, and he delivers it on the money. That's the throw that could very well erase all the conversation about whether or not Kirk Cousins can show up big in the big games.
What a throw by Cousins, a catch by Thielen, who had that early fumble. Thielen, 7 catches, 129 yards, and one of his biggest catches in his 6-year career.
That's outstanding work. It's not only a great throw, but for Adam Thielen to be able to track this ball in the air the way that he was able to when it's coming in over his shoulder like that. Now, Marshawn Lattimore, he's been on Thielen throughout this game. He's over on the sidelines, and Patrick Robinson then is the one who draws the assignment. And here's the reason that Marshawn Lattimore wasn't in the game. The collision that he has there with Marcus Williams.
On that 11-yard carry by Dalvin Cook. And now all eyes are on Cook. This Vikings offense, can they end it here? 1st and goal from the 2. Cook doesn't get it. A.J. Klein made the stop.
These linebackers have been awfully good in the run game today, or at least in the second half. I mean, they kind of shut Dalvin Cook down in that second half, and they have finished off some of these defensive stops by filling the gaps, and they're going to have to do it a couple more times here.
Toss to Cook. Play gets strung out. Cook stopped back near the 5. The 3, and now it's 3rd down and goal.
Greg Robertson, 52. He scrapes right off the edge, and he takes on the lead block, and he helps clog it up. That's 2 good plays right there defensively down here at the goal line. What is Kevin Stefanski thinking here?
They gave Cook forward progress to the 4.
You got Rudolph up here at the top.
Cousins throws, passes, caught for the win. Kyle Rudolph and the Vikings are moving on. Absolute stunned silence here in New Orleans.